Bought myself some flowers, which reminded me that I've never bought flowers for myself, even though I have bought them for a man who let them rot and mold for months, much like he let our relationship.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
So if you're thinking of giving flowers to a man, just buy them for yourself instead. He doesn't deserve them.
Yo, what's good, Harry Potter? It's me, Captain Obvious, here to let you know that just because you women want something doesn't mean us men want the same thing. If you had gotten this guy a razor or a nice watch, maybe he would have been a little bit more appreciative. What you're doing is basically the equivalent of if a guy gave you a razor as a gift, then him demanding that you be grateful.
Where's your boyfriend, husband, whatever? Why you sit here?
Why do you think I have one?
Because you're too good looking to not have one.
It's my shitty personality.
I'm not saying it's this chick right here, but nothing irritates me more than a pretty girl that thinks she's entitled to treat everyone around her like absolute garbage. It's so repulsive to me when I come across a girl with princess syndrome and it's so transparent. It's disgusting the amount of dudes that will fall hook, line, and sinker for a pretty face when the girl is such an obvious harpy.
Hi, this is a PSA for all people on dating apps. Stop lying about age. Oh, my real age is 50, but it says 30. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, you do. You literally did it on purpose, you weirdo.
Since we're talking about numbers here, maybe you can just let that guy know your body count, and I'm pretty sure that will clear up any issues you got there.
Weirdo.
The same people who hate on you will eventually mimic you because they studied you so hard looking for flaws they got inspired without even knowing it. That's what happens when your light is so bright it shines even on the darkest spirit.
And his name is John C.
Shine, baby, shine.
Dude, nobody cares that much about what's going on in your life. You know, you're not the center of the universe. Big shocker, I know. But just because you get simp attention regularly doesn't mean they actually care about you or what's going on in your life. If they were able to see the real you without the simp goggles on for one moment, they'd run like their lives depended on it. And I mean that literally, guys. If you allow the wrong narcissistic person into your life, they will absolutely ruin it. It happens literally every single day, guys. That's why it's so important not to have a distorted view of women.
This is a story about a girl named Lucky. Just kidding. This is the story about the first time I went on a date with a girl. The reason why I'm laughing is because I look like this at the end. Oh, okay.
Very nice.
This is my dog licking my tears off of my face. Anyways, let me set the scene for you. This is in Toronto. I personally feel like the girls are prettier in Toronto because sorry, someone called me. I personally think the girls are prettier in Toronto just because they're more natural and everybody looks different. Everyone in LA looks the same. Everyone in LA looks like we're both like femmes, so I don't really know who's like how the dynamic goes. This is my first time ever going out with a girl. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna plan it. I'm like, hey, meet me here at this time. I made us a reservation and yeah. She's like, perfect. Never been in that place before, but it looks good. See you soon. I'm like, oh, jittery because this is my first time ever going on a date. I'm a girl date virgin. We meet in the restaurant in the city because city girls. We meet at the restaurant. We order drinks. I want to loosen up a little bit. We have good conversation. It's going good. And the day that we went out was a Friday. So she was like, oh my God, my friend just hit me up. We could go to this party. You want to go to a party? I'm like, hell yeah. So I pay for the check because I don't know how dynamic work. You know, we pull up to the place, we pull up to the spot, we looking cute, fuck together, I'm feeling good about myself. And we meet the guy who invited her, and this is the downfall of the story. This is where it starts going downhill. Pulls me to the side, and she's like, oh, by the way, I'm so sorry, this guy, he's just like obsessed with me. And I'm like, okay, queenie, I get it, like you're pretty, I don't really care, like it's cool. We talking on the balcony, having a good time, this bitch Robert comes. I actually don't know his name. It was like Robert, Jack, Jake, one of those, like, you get the picture. And Jake, whatever this man's name was, kept doing that the entire night. Hey, it's shot o'clock. You guys are too pretty to not be taking shots right now. Like, that guy. The guy that is gonna give you a hug type guy. And you know, at first I didn't really care. I was like, you're fine. Come on, let's go. And then after like 5 times, I was like, okay, bitch. Enough is enough. That's when I started drinking for revenge. And that's when I'm like, this man is trying to steal my date. And that's when I started getting less spicy. I was like, why are you so obsessed with us? Like, why are you so obsessed? Like, I was like, leave us alone. No, in a funny way. But then she started entertaining it. This is the moment that I started drinking out of, I was going through all 5 stages of grief. And then he started touching her, which I was like,
Boom. And that's when reality hit this woman like a ton of bricks, and in a single moment she realized what it's really like dating women.
ew, with a dick, disgusting me. And she told me, she's like, honestly, I think I'm just gonna sleep over here. And she was like, we should do this again sometime. And I was like, what the Literally, I wasn't confident in my sexuality, and that just made me more insecure.
I bet you she wasn't so good with paying for dinner after that.
We were all talking, but at the end, it came to a point where, like, they were on a date, and I was just third wheeling. So I was like, okay, girl, I'm just gonna call my Uber home.
How funny is it to imagine this girl standing alone at the party, drinking her tears after she just got rejected by a girl she bought a meal for?
I get in my Uber, and my Uber asked me, he's like, how was your night? And I started crying, and he doesn't, like, speak very much English, and I was just crying inside, there's no music. But I hope that she got a little something that night, because all that I got was trauma.
If I was the Uber driver, I probably would have told her I don't speak English either. So this says when you're 35 and realize you've never experienced true reciprocal love. You had plenty of men who try to win your affection, and instead you chose to focus all your time and attention on being this, empowered career woman, going out of your way to find problems with every single man you date, only to realize at 35 that you actually want to be a mom, and the real issue was you were just being trivial and uncompromising. Thanks for sticking around to the end, guys. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's your boy Sasori. Peace.